you for watching us. We thank for your support on YouTube, and we thank for you for viewing our channels on YouTube. May God bless you all. So today we are going to talk about some things that happen, some things that happen in the Bible. We are going to talk about some things. We are going to talk about some things about life, in which we are going to make reference to the Bible. It happened in the Bible. As you all know that this is a motivational channel for the attitude. So we have to talk about, we have to make reference to the Bible too. So as you are joining us, please like, subscribe. You can also share it for us. So if God touches your heart to bless us with something, you can also share it to us. Thanks, may God bless you as you do so. So now, we want to talk about some things in which then as you are joining us, so you can comment, then we answer your question. If you have any opinion or you have any suggestion, you can comment, then we answer your questions. Then, thanks. Now, in this life, what in anything you are doing, you don't, number one, you don't talk too much. Number two, that you don't reveal your secret weapon for anybody, because you don't know who is your enemy. You don't know, so someone might be your enemy and you might not know, or someone, it might not be your enemy, the person might not be your enemy right from the beginning, but based on as you are progressing, you are achieving things, the hatred will start. They will start envy you, from enviness to hatred. So that's why it's good. You should always have secret weapon for your enemy. You don't know your enemy, so ask secret weapon for everybody. So let's talk about something that happened in the Bible. And mind you, whenever you are working with God too, you should, if God sends someone to you that maybe a man of God just come to you, or just God said you should go and do this. So anything you are doing or anything you are trying to do in that message, or maybe you are trying to get the thing done, you can ask the person that God sent to you. But if truly it is God that, if truly it is God that just come to you directly without sending any of his messengers or any of his servants to you, you don't need to ask from anybody. You don't need question from anybody. You don't need to expose yourself to anybody. Just go straight. If you are serving God truly, you should know that the God you are serving is able and capable to take control of everything in life. Is able and capable to take control of everything in life. So what you just need to know is that this God is the God of everything. He can do anything he wants to do at any time. So, and he doesn't do what will affect his servant except you disobey him. So that is God. Anything he does on the positive side. So anything that happen negatively, there will be a reason for it. So just know that the God we are serving is the God of positive. So now we want to talk about the man of God and the old prophet in the Bible, which can be seen in the book of First King chapter 3, chapter 13. So we can see that in the book of First King chapter 13. So now, what actually happened in this aspect? What actually happened in this aspect? Now, God, the voice of the Lord, the prophet received, before the prophet received the voice of the Lord, before he heard the voice of the Lord, there was this old prophet that was in that particular, let's use as a community, or yes, in that particular place, but they are worshiping idol, in which that prophet has also joined them. He had joined them in worshiping, just to, sometimes they used to say something, if you can't beat them, you join them. So but me, I used to tell people that if you can't preach to them, maybe you can't convince them, leave them, let them be other. We know that you join them. You should know yourself and they should know themselves. So you should stand for your value, and you should know what you are meant to do or what you can do. So now what now happens? What now happens is that this prophet that was there, God has abandoned him. God is no more using him again. So because God knows that, okay, if I use this person, they might try to say, are we not together? Are we not this? They might try to manipulate things, and maybe God will not want some people to perish there. So God now, the voice of the Lord now came to the man of God. Now heard the voice of the Lord that go to this so place. Go and tell them this and that. These are what you should do. These are what you don't do. Now, starting from that place, when you are serving God truly, when you are serving God, you should know that God works with principle. If God asks you not to do something, even though you are serving him, you will see, even though you are serving him, you will still, and you disobey or you violate the rule, you will still suffer for it. You can open it just a little bit. So even though you are serving him and you disobey what God has said to you or you should not do, you will still have punishment for that. I'm very sure you will still have punishment for that. So if God asks you, this, don't do it, and you know that you are serving God truly, please don't do it. No matter whatever, or in any cases, in any situation that can happen, don't do it. Except if God now say, okay, go like this. So that is it. So this man of God, the God now sent him to go to this particular place. Go and tell them this. Go and tell them that. So, and anything you are giving them, don't take it. This is how you should go. This is how you should come. So the man of God now obeyed the God's instruction. The man of God obeyed the God's instruction. Now said, okay, he now went to the particular place that God has sent him to go. So when he got there, he saw what they are doing and whatever the atrocity they are committing and whatever they are doing. So as you are joining us, please, thank you. As you are joining us, please subscribe, like, and you can send us gifts or thanks. You can click on our super thanks and just send us something just to motivate the beatitude. and may God bless you as you do so. So as we are saying, so when the man of God now got to the place, it was like, this what they are doing. This is what they are doing. Is very is not according to the will of God. God is not in support of it. So now, he now ministered. He now delivered the message that God had asked him to come and deliver. Now, not knowing that children of those of the old prophets, some of his children were there. So they are just looking at the way the man of God was performing miracles there. Because as he was saying it, the thing is happening. So now, the king himself was now like, who is this person? He now points his finger at him, pointed the finger, arrest him. So, for you to know that anything that God asks you to go and do, when God is sending you a message or when God is ministering to you, just know that God is in control. Yeah, just know that God is in control. So now, as the king does, the hand just stands still. He cannot move it, he cannot do anything with the hand again. It was like, the king himself now realized that, so this is truly directly from God. It's not from man. So it's God that really sent this man to us. So it was like, now pleaded, the king now pleaded that, oh, you man of God, please just help us to plead your God. Help us to pray to your God that this hand should not just condemn like that. That he should try to. So the man of God now pray, then the hand now become fresh again. The hand now become fresh again. So now, in that aspect now, that shows that God is in control already. God is capable of is capable of everything. Even though he sent you, he's one in charge. You just want to test your faith, maybe you are going, or maybe you are not going to do it. So even though you don't do it, that doesn't bother him, that doesn't affect him. So you should be the one to obey his commandment, and there is always a reward for that. So as you are joining us, please click on like. We are talking about secret weapon for your enemy. We are talking about having secret weapon for your enemy. Don't talk too much. Don't be a talkative. Then we are making reference to the Bible we are making reference to the 1 King chapter 13, verse 1 to 10. So you click on like button, subscribe, and you can send us super thanks as you are joining us. So now let's continue. So any question, if you have any questions, you can also drop your comments. You can also comment and let us know. So drop your comments, then we can also we also answer you. Anything that you feel like asking, or you feel like you can drop your comment, then we surely answer you. So as we are saying, so the king initially, maybe the way I to my own perspective, the king now realize that this is truly God sent, that all those ones that maybe he believe in the old prophet or whatever people that are around him, so now realize that this is the real prophet of God. He now said, oh, you man of God, what are the things? Now listen, he just said, what? Come follow me, let's go and eat, and let me give you some things to take, so that he now try to console, just try to give him comfort. Now, instead of the man of God, although nobody is above mistake, but there are some times when you are serving God, you have to be wise, and you have to have, that's why I said you don't, and you have secret weapon for your enemy. So now, for the man of God to now say, thank you, King, I'm not eating, I'm okay for now, thank you for everything. Now they just ask the man of God, come and eat, follow me, let me give you something. So now to come and take something. Now the man of God now replied that, God, now can you now see how he display, how he revealed his secret form to enemy now, not knowing that the children of those old prophets are there. Now he now say, the king, oh you king, the God who sent me had commanded me that I should not eat, neither drink. So now say that the God that sent him has already commanded him not to eat. That means the God has given him instruction not to eat, not to drink. Now that the explanation, now look at that, that statement, not to, the God has given him instruction not to drink and not to eat. Now instead of the man of God to now stop there, now you already revealed some of the secrets to later. You already revealed some of the secrets to enemy. Now instead of the man of God to now just come to now stop the statement there, now said, even the God also said the road in which he followed, like when he was coming, the road he passed, that he should not pass there when he was going. So now we ask that even if let's say, even if the road, even if people, maybe sometimes when you go to somewhere and they see that they are looking for a downfall, but they were trying to get you, but you are like but when sometimes they will be having this, that, oh, let's know the way is going, the road is going to follow, or let's know his route. So but if you don't give them your route, number one, let's wash him, let's see how it's going to be. So now they don't need to wash again. You can see now that they don't need to wash again, because he has already given them chance, because he said, even God said, the road you follow, come, you should not pass there when you are going. Now as a man of God, you don't supposed to reveal your secret to enemy, because you don't know your enemy. So now they just asked him to come and eat, just for him to come and receive some item, and he said that God has instructed him not to eat. Not only that the road he follow come, you should not pass there when he's going. So that shows that you already giving enemy chance. You already giving them way to attack you. you already open, just like in boxing they used to say you open. So you know when someone is trying to punch you and you see the way you are guiding. So but by the time you just open like this, you will try to penetrate through your open space, so and hit you. So and that might lead to your defeat. So you don't expose yourself to enemy. You don't reveal your secret weapon to your enemy. You don't know your enemy, right? But sometimes when you don't give people chance over you too, when you don't give people too much chance over you, so they won't know where to attack or how to. That is it. Just need to. So now those children of the children of the old prophets now went. They now went. They did not let anybody to know. They went home and go and give report to their father that our father, something has happened today. Now, meanwhile, maybe that prophet has been collecting money, have been using just like the prophet of Baal and the king of this in the time of Elijah, King Arab. Yes, just like that. The prophet of Baal and the king, that king that was dead. Now, you know those ones too, they are just collecting money, collecting the until when the Elijah now revealed, let them know that there is only one most high God. Those ones that they are doing is nothing. So, well, that is another topic. We are not there for today. So I just use it as a point of view. So now, they now explain how everything happened and what has happened that day to their father. Now, what I'm trying to say is that now, the father did not know where to attack. The father did not know how to attack. So that is to show that even God protected him, that God did not even reveal anything to that old prophet. God did not even let that old prophet to know anything about it. So now, this man of God was now going on his way back. He was already on his way back home. Now, the old prophet now asked his children that what are the explaining further. So it was when they are not explaining further, then they now say, the king even asked him to come and take some gifts and some items. He replied that God has instructed him not to eat and not to drink. And even that God, can you see now, he was the one that revealed himself to the enemy. So it was now, they now explaining the way he explained, the way he expressed himself, the way he revealed himself. They are now telling their father now. Even that same God has commanded him that the road he followed, you should not follow their back. So that's when the old prophet, that's when the enemy now comes in. That is the old prophet. Now, that means if we follow this way, they are not going to see him. And they know that it's only two roads that enter that community. They are like, okay, where did you follow from? Okay, follow this side. Okay, he's going to follow this other side. So he now followed now based on his statement, based on the man of God statement, the old prophet now worked on it. So now when he now got there to you don't even recognize him. It's like, well done, no, are you the so person? And like, yes, I'm the one. Is this for you to know in his response, you know that this one is also a talkative because they ask you question. The question in which you don't supposed to even, they ask you one question, you answer two. So no, you don't ask. If they ask you one question, in fact you can answer half. So because you don't know who is who. So if they ask one question, answer one question. Not that why are you late today? It's because last night I ate eba. My mommy did not cook on time. They are asking you why are you late to school today. You are telling them it's because last night you ate eba. In the afternoon it was garri that you. So all those ones are not. It's just like you are exposing what you don't supposed to expose. It's just like you are giving enemy chance that okay, they will already know that okay. Even though they want to defraud you or they want to enter you, they will just like okay, go and meet that person. Just tell him that it was yesterday. Just tell him this detail. If you do not believe, just do as if you are this, you are that. Then just tell him that yesterday it was a bad day. They hurt it was this, it was that. The reason why that person penetrates is because you already expose yourself. You already giving them chance to come. So the old prophet already know that he's not going to this man of God is not going to follow him. That he's going to obey the word of God. Okay. Yeah. He now said, God just called me. God called me that I should come to you. That I should call you back. Can you hear that statement? God called me that now this is where I'm going. Because he revealed himself to the enemy. Now enemy now use that advantage to come into his life. The God had informed me to come and meet you. The God asked me. The God commanded me to come and meet you. So it was like but that same God told me not to do this and not to do that. Like that's the old prophet was not like the way based on you're already a prophet, so he's an old prophet, so you know some things to manipulate. You know some. It was like it's the God himself that even came to me, so that you should follow me and come and eat. And the road you follow, you should follow it back. So for the man of God to now reason that when God was calling you, when God came to him, he's supposed to reason that when God came to him, he did not send anybody. So how would that same God now want to change his mind and now send someone to come and meet you? No, you're supposed to reason like that too. That's why I said in this life you have to value yourself, know what you are on earth to do. Not that because they say you should follow, you too you follow. No, you don't just follow masses. What others are doing that is okay for them, if you try it, it might not work out for you. So now God is God that minister to you himself. So what I'm expecting as a believer is that you should say, okay, that same God should come to you directly. That's what you should have in mind. So, but based on you yourself, you don't value yourself, you don't know your words, you don't know who you are, you don't know how you be. So the man of God now said, since it is, can you see? Since it is the same God that we are, so you don't even know the God is serving, because for you to know now, that even shows that God has abandoned him now, because he's a prophet there, and if someone is a prophet, the person does not need to introduce himself as a prophet. It's through his fruit. The Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. So he doesn't need to introduce himself as a prophet. So people that will say, that person is a prophet, is a man of God. Not that you be the one to say, I'm a man of God. No, no. So he now introduced himself to the man of God as the old prophet introduced himself as the man of God, and the man of God now believed that okay, since it is God that said, he now followed him. He followed the old prophet back to his house. They went, after getting there, they ate, they take many things, that they do whatever they want to do. So now, before we conclude this one, now in this life, I just want you to know something in this life. Anywhere or anything you want to do, just know that, or any stages you meet yourself in life, just know that you are at the middle. Because some are already past that stage. You and some are still behind. They are still coming to that stage. That means any stages you meet yourself in life, you are at the middle. Why did I say so? Now, the man of God, he already knows that disobedience is what God hates. God hates disobedience. That is it. So, if God asks you to go and do something, if you want to, maybe you want to deviate or you want to do some other things, you need to ask God first that, God, I want to do this thing. God, I want to, not that you just say, so when God asks you to go and do, just like when your father asks you to go and do something, and someone from outside now say, that thing that your father said you should do, your father has sent me. You're supposed to ask your father that, since you have a connection to your father, you know how to connect to your father. Hello, father, is this also person said you asked me not to do this again. So that is how it should be. Not that you just believe what someone has. So you don't just believe what others said about maybe if someone just comes to you and said that come and that thing that they say, that thing that God asked you to do, the same God has said you should not do it again. Then you yourself, since God not sent the person to you at the first place, so I believe you supposed to, God, is this thing true? God, are you sure that this thing is should I? So I believe you supposed to ask God that this is one person said I should not do this. This is one person said I should do this. So that is it. Not that since you are a man of God, I believe God will, because this life that we are, I said it earlier that heaviness leads to hatred. When God is elevating you, even people who surround you, that you have been loved by, they loved you before, that they have been there for you already before. They will start, you see them start, what is it doing yourself? Leave me there. Oh, so that is life. That is normal nature. So it's you that will not know what you are doing, that will not value yourself, that will not, okay, this is what I stand for. So not that because they say they are doing the masses, you know yourself. So if others are doing something and it work out for them, it might not, when you get to your turn, it might not work out for you. That is just it. So now, when the man of God now finish eating, the old prophet, the Holy Spirit from God now descend on the old prophets. That it's God that abandoned him. It's not that God is not using him. So actually, God that abandoned, the same God that abandoned him now descend on him to cause that man of God. So as the God descend on the old, send his Holy Spirit, so he now minister through the Holy Spirit. Because you do this, you do that. Because I said you should not do this, I should not do that. And you, these are what is going to happen to you. So now the man of God now realized that I've made mistake. Now you now realize that I'm the one that. So now, even though you now the two mistakes there now is that the three mistake there now is that you talk too much. The man of God talk too much. When they ask him to come and eat, come and take this thing. Fine, I'm not eating. That is very simple way to answer such question. Now, when come and do this, we want to give you this. There are some gifts. Even the Bible testifies that there are some gifts that can make you blind. Yes, the Bible let us know that there are some gifts that can make. There are some gifts you don't collect it. So now, based on what the king that order is a emissary to come and arrest him, and the hand now becomes until the God hold the hand. So such person, you now believe that is going to give you something free. Such person that arrest him, that God is God that interfere in that and in that aspect. If not God, they will arrest you. So they try to persuade you, they try to come closer to you. You yourself supposed to know that these people, since they are not, you should not even. So that is discipline too. Yes, you should discipline yourself. So now they now ask you to come and eat. You talk too much. God has instructed me not to eat. Not only that, said the way I follow, I should not follow it when I'm going. That is out of question. That is not the answer to question given. Come and eat. Fine, thank you. I'm not eating. I'm okay. Fine. Why are you not eating? I'm okay. Should we give you this? Should we give you that? No problem. No, I might still. There are some things I might still come back here. Not that you just say that is not lie. It's not as if you are lying. I might still, like you can say, I might still come back here. So that is probability. It's not as if you are lying. Just to make them, to separate yourself from them. So now, when they are together like that, you now said even God that said the way I follow, I should not. That is out of point. Just come and eat. Now, that is number one. Then number two is that mistake is that when God asks you to do something, or go to this place, just like let's say soldier. They are maybe the government of the state now order soldier, go to this particular place. Look at the way they are doing. Go to this particular place. Go there. Go and do this. Go and do that. So maybe when you now go there, the people there, they are friendly with you, or they obey and they do whatever you instruct them to do. You know, like these people are there. One of the civilians now come to you, Mr. Soldier, the government said I should tell you that your gun, you should go and throw it in water. Go and dispose your guns in water. Or maybe the government said you should submit all your weapons to me. So will you not believe such person? So that I'm very sure that soldier will not believe. So that is how it is too. I'm very sure that soldier will not believe that such person. So that is how it is too. You are, when you are working for God, you are a soldier of Christ. Just know that. When you are working for God, you are a soldier of Christ. So anything that you are doing from beginning to end, you need to ask God. Anything you are doing from beginning, when you are working with God, anything you are doing from A to Z, from beginning to end, you need to ask God. Ask God. That's one of the things David normally practice that makes God love him. Despite being a soldier, despite all the sins and the atrocity he committed, God still love him. Why? Because check David very well. Before he move out, before he just start anything at all, let's ask God for this. So that is it. When you are working with God, you obey God's instruction and you always ask him, where are we going? How are we going to do it? So that is life. So now that then the number, so assuming that prophet now, God instructs you to go somewhere, to go and do something. Someone now came to you and said that same God said you should not. Then you have access to that God because God is everywhere. So I believe you're supposed to ask God that, Baba God, what are we into? What is this? What are this? What are that? So then the God will now reveal himself. God can even rebuke or curse that old prophet instead of cursing the man of God. So that is it. Then number 3 is that you should be disciplined in whatever you are doing. If you are not disciplined, you just and if you are a type of person that handle things with levity, you end up wasting your time. Yeah, you don't handle things with levity, most especially when you are working with God. People will come to tempt you. Even Satan himself will send people to come and test your spiritual power, just to come and test you, so that let's test him, let's do this, let's do that. But know yourself and be disciplined. So when you value yourself and when you know yourself, that's when you can be disciplined. Because there are some people that say they are serving God, they cannot even stay. They are still single, but they cannot stay within a month without meeting opposite gender, just to meet them for fun or commit atrocity with them, all those, which is not good. If you are disciplined enough, you should be able to this thing I must do it, this thing I must do it. So that is it. Not that can I do this? Well, no, you have to be disciplined. So that is discipline. When you know yourself, when you value yourself, then you should be disciplined. Then there are some people too. They thought they are serving God. They call themselves Christians, but cannot do without partying, going to club, mingle with gang, all those life that is not that is not that is not in line with Christ. So they will say, some of them when you have they will say, I just, sometimes it's good to mingle. It's good to, no, it's not about mingling or, no, although it's good to mingle with people. But this life, you have to value yourself and be disciplined. So that is it. So thank you for hearing us. So as you are joining us, you can subscribe, like, and send us super thanks. So you can send something to us if God touches your heart. So just send something to us, then we appreciate. So may God bless you as you are listening to word of so our title for today is the old man and the man of God. The old man and the man of God. So in which I believe you learned a lot from this. So this life is good to have a secret weapon for an enemy. It's good to have a secret weapon for your enemy. There. Then you don't talk too much. You don't talk too much. In this life, you don't talk too much. So anything that is, you don't talk too much. You have to just express yourself in a proper way. You express yourself in a meaningful way that it is in the line with the glory of God. You don't talk too much. You don't give. You don't know. Although you don't know who is your enemy, but at least you keep some things in your mind. You keep some things in your mind. You keep some things in your mind. So those things that you keep in your mind will be the one will be the tools. Let's say yes, the tools to use when challenges comes. Keep some things in your mind. So then when you are working for God, you work for God, you trust God to the end. When you are working for God, you trust God to the end. Not that you are working for God, but to trust, you trust a man, or you believe in worldly things. In fact, there are some people that they will tell you that they believe in God. They believe in God, but they don't want in their own life, in their life, you see that they don't want God to even intervene, or they don't want to give God chance to take over their lives. Just like someone that is saying, I'm single, I need boyfriend, I need husband, I need wife, and you're already with 4 to 5 boyfriends and girlfriends. So you're already with 5 to 6 and girlfriend, and you are still saying you need husband and wife, and most of them you already slept with them, you already have fun with them, you are still trusting God. So all those kind of something, you don't give God chance, because you already choose the life you want to live. You already choose how you want to live your life. So when you are trusting in God, when you are working with God, you trust in God to the end. When you are working for God, you work for God to the end. Not that you already know what you are planning to do. You are now just testing God. They will just take. So when it is that time to now, maybe due to pressure, or they will now be like they will now take like 16 names to prophet, pastor, help us to pray for it. Some self, God really love them. God will even give them that this also person is the person you should marry. They will still be asking that pastor that what about this? That one that you are saying, me, I don't like him, I don't like her, I don't do this, I don't do that, which is not supposed to be so. When you are working with God, you allow God to operate. You allow God to do the things. Not that you no, you don't do that. You allow God, you give God chance to do the thing. Maybe you want to start business now. So the business you want to start, you are still praying that God, I want God to come and show me, or to come and show me what to invest or what to venture into. So I want God to minister to me. Whereas you are already doing some things that are not in the ways of God. Now you have I want to start my own business, but I'm praying to God to come and show me. But you're already selling what you're not supposed to sell. So all those kind of something is not part of it. It's not part of it. So when you trust in God, you trust to the end. You have to wait for His instruction. You have to trust Him, believe in Him. So that's when you can now achieve great in life. That's when you can now say, okay, myself, I'm this and that. Not that we just be. So you have to just do things according to the ways of God. You do things according to the ways of God. Then that's when God now say, okay, this is truly my followers. This is truly my believers. So those of you that are watching us, thanks for today. May God bless you all. So I believe the word that we heard so far is understandable. It is understandable to us. So we are making reference to the 1 King chapter 13 from verse 1. So when you are less busy or when you are alone too, you can read and understand that place so that you don't talk too much, you don't reveal your secret weapon to enemy. You always have secret weapon for enemy. Not that everything that you have is what you let your enemy to know. No, don't do that. Then when you are, the number 3 lesson is that when you are working with God, you obey God's instruction to the end. You wait for God's instruction. You wait for God to intervene. It's God that called you. So not that someone will not say, that same God that called you said you should not. No. If God called you, even Bible let us know that those that believe in God will get the reward from God. And those that believe in prophet will get the reward from prophet. So the choice is yours. So if you believe in God, you keep getting your reward from God. Then if you believe in prophet, you keep getting your reward from prophet. So that is how God does things. So the believing in prophet too is also like believing in God. But when God comes directly to minister to you, I believe when you have any issue or anything bothering you too, since that God comes directly to you, you yourself should go directly to that God. Not that you just be moving around, mingle with people that you're not supposed to mingle with. So God can now say, okay, you see those people there, go and join them. So when God now directed you that, go to them, go and join them, that's when you now see that, okay, myself, I can do that, I can do that. So that is it. This is a motivational channel for Beatitude. We talk about motivation, we talk about Beatitude. So as you are joining us, you subscribe, you like, and you send us super thanks or gifts. You can become our membership too, pet. So thanks to you all. May God bless you all. Amen. Hallelujah.